So now we're gonna add some darker pink. And this is why it was helpful to have some of that main color still. Mine is completely dried out, so I have to re-wet it. I'm gonna make it just a little bit more red also by just putting a little bit more of that red into it. I just want it a little darker. So this color is not going to go everywhere. I'm just gonna put it in a few places and see how I like it. I don't know, we'll see. Ooh, I'm already feeling like I'm gonna run out of this color too. Yikes. I'm just gonna make more right now. So it was the dark red and white, kind of a lot of white, I think. I still want some to be white, but I'm kind of working my way around the tree with this darker color. Doing kind of irregular blobby shapes. I'm also checking for places where I left a space between the branches and I'm making sure that I'm covering those spaces with color so it doesn't look silly. I'm gonna mix up even more of this now. Okay, I'm checking to make sure I didn't miss any places here. Oh, right here. And now I'm gonna squint a little bit and see if it feels like there are places that are kind of off balance in terms of light and dark. It's easy to really tell the darks and lights when you squint. I don't want it to be super even. I'm not worried about that so much as just making sure that I get a little bit of dark shadows into all the parts of the tree. Okay, I'm gonna switch to brown and to add some darker tones to the tree. We made this brown before, and it was the brown in the palette and some orange. And this time I'm just re-wetting what I have to use what I have, but this time I'm just gonna add some black to it. I don't think it needs the orange this time. It's probably enough. And I'm gonna switch to my little brush. So you could wait until the pink is totally dry to do this. I'm feeling a little bit impatient right now about it. So I'm just gonna paint and I'm gonna try to avoid the places that have this new pink because I don't really want this to spread into those, but we'll see what happens. I might have to take a break and let it dry a little more. So I just wanna put some dark on the side of the tree. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the back off. And I'm going to try and get a little bit now up in these branches. It's kind of tricky. I probably should wait. Okay, now I think I'm going to do just a little bit of pure black with this fine brush and just put it in the darkest places. And I'll probably take some of it back off. So with a wet brush, a clean brush that's just a little bit wet, I'm taking most of the water off. I can take some of that paint back off and spread it out a little where I want it. I really just want it at the edges, but it's hard to control. Okay, the last thing to do is to add a couple touches of green. I think I'm just gonna do it. Could wait and let it dry or just go for it. I think I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna mix up some of this light green. And then I'm gonna use a bigger brush for this. So some light green on its own. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of brown to it, and I'll just use this brown that I already made, just to make a darker green. And this one that's so bright coming out of the pan, I think will be fine because it'll kind of blend in with this a little bit. So I'm just gonna do some little touches here and there. And I'll do the same with that other color. Oops. I'm trying to stay kind of close to where I think the branches are, or where I remember putting them. That feels kind of natural, but it really doesn't matter. Just thinking about where leaves would be as the tree's starting to leaf out. Okay, and same with the other color. I'm gonna do a little bit down here. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I could probably go back and add more kind of smaller little dots here and there, which could add just another layer of depth. But I think I'm feeling finished. And I'm a little bit worried, I know myself, and I know that I will fiddle too long and then I won't like it anymore. So I think I'm gonna stop fiddling and be done.